Right, welcome back my guys. Welcome to YouTube. Now, before I get going, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. A lot of you are still watching with no subscription, and that's no good. It doesn't support the channel. Now, we've got a full day in the life and a rest day. I've already done my morning walk, which was 25 minutes. Actually, I'm lying. 23 minutes to be exact. I've got a point that I walked every morning. So I'll show you that another time. But we have got Will here, who has just done my massage. Now, at the moment, I do massage work every rest day, and that's pretty much the routine that's set. So, with my training, it's 2 days on, 1 on. 2 days on, 1 off, 1 off, 1 on, 1 off. Can't get my words out today. And I always have my tissue work on those days, rest days. So, Will is the man for the job at the moment, whilst Jay's on holiday, and then I'll alternate between Will and Jay. So, let's get the day going. Condition's still holding well. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. Rest day routine, rest day food, day in the life. Let's go. Now, like I said, condition's still there. Pretty much not far off contest lean, but we're good. So, we're still on there, aren't we? What
We're there, boy. We're there. We're looking good.
Right, guys, so meal one, as promised, we've got 250 grams of venison. We've got 90 grams of veg, and I'm going to add some kimchi to that. We've got some isopro for later. We've got the veg. And there is also my oats in the microwave. Now, oats and cream of rice, guys, always use a whisk. If you're not using a whisk, oh no. Right, if you're not using a whisk, you are making a big error. Now, what I always do with my oats, I actually blend them into oat flour, and then I actually cook it. It's just texture. I think digestibility is even better this way, so that's what it looks like this. Right, my guys, so meal number one, 250 venison, 100 grams of veg total. We've got some kimchi underneath there. We've got 9 grams of low-calorie sauce, which equates to like 4 calories. And then we have got 75 grams of oats and 100 grams of blueberries. Now, post-show, this was actually a little bit different. There was actually only 50 grams of oats there, and we have had a food escalation since. So the only change here is just a slight increase in oats, and that is how meal number one on rest day looks like. So the venison is actually venison steaks. What Mum actually does, she minces it and then vacuum packs it into little burgers for me, so I can have a burger, which for me, I think minced meat always digests just a little bit better and tastes better, so win-win. So hunger is still pretty high, which is good. I enjoy being hungry, and I kind of lean into it because this is where most people fail. And for me, hunger is very much correlated to actually making progress. When your hunger goes, in my opinion, that is when your body just isn't as efficient at utilizing the food. So lean into hunger. The longer you can ride the hunger out, the longer you can actually progress forward, in my opinion. Now, there's outliers for this, but generally, I think there's a big correlation between insulin sensitivity, digestion, and general inflammation markers with hunger being higher. So, the longer you can stay hungry, the better. And realistically, no matter how hungry you get, you are still eating 6 meals a day. So, you know, there's people out there that probably have 1 meal a week and still work. So, perception is everything, right? Now, I'll eat this, then I'll show you the rest of the day. So, meal one going down. Let's get it.
When I turned pro, I never thought I would be in a position like where I ended up at then and where I'm at now. You know, I started coaching a few people.
Now, one thing that's super important in my eyes is making your food tasty to a degree, but not too tasty. Now, I always have a lot of variety of food and variety across meals, but there is certain foods that drive hunger so high for me, and I choose not to eat them. One of them is bread. So when my calories actually get higher, I will incorporate some bread into my diet when I'm not empty all the time. But right now, you've got to be smart. Choose foods you enjoy, but do not actually pick foods that you know will drive that hunger extremely high. Now, I have been making pancakes, so you'll get to see that today. So, after meal one every single day, I do prepare some food. Normally, after meal one, I will prepare my post-workout, Meg's post-workout, my intra-workout drinks, etc. But on a rest day, I actually prepare my meals number 2 and 4 and 5. So I just get them ready in my little bowls here. That's my veg, my meat, avocado. So the chicken meals, both chicken meals are the same. 250 chicken, raw weight. We've got 100 grams of veggies. There will be 50 pineapples in there, 25 avocado in each one. And then we're going to have 200 grams of wild salmon. Wild salmon, look it up, always the best. With 100 grams of prawns and veggies in there as well. And I do have my rice in here that I'm going to take out after my sauna and divide it into all different portions. So that's pretty much the routine always. I like to make my food fresh, but I also like to make sure it's prepared. And luckily, Meg does prepare a lot of food as well. So that always helps quite a great deal. So I'll let her do a little bit of talking and show you what she does. And then we'll show you her meal 1. And I'm going to do the sauna now, so I'll show her my sauna as well. Every rest day, I have tissue work and sauna. And I think sauna, especially, the benefits of sauna are huge when it comes to heart health. So I think if you do have access to a sauna at least once a week, definitely use it. I've got a cheap one that I put in my garage. It's just a one-man sauna, and it works perfectly. So definitely something to consider.
Right, so I obviously do a lot of the bulk cooking, and Kim wanted me to show you, but I'm pretty sure that you've seen a lot of it before. Obviously we eat fresh foods every day because we are in a position where we've worked our way to be able to do that, with obviously being at home and working from home and stuff, and being able to manage our time quite well. But it is easier if some of the stuff is bulk cooked. So things like peppers are already pre-chopped, some kind of proteins, turkey, fish are already kind of either pre-chopped or pre-cooked, depending on which it is. If it's wild salmon, that gets cooked when it's time to cook it, just because obviously if not, it goes a little bit dry. Whitefish stays a little bit more kind of fresh, but we cook that pretty much every couple of days anyway. It's just to make life a little bit easier, really. So there's some stuff in the fridge ready to just get thrown in, but things like rice and stuff get cooked in the mornings, and we have our separate rice cookers because we don't want to steal each other's grams or get in each other's way either. So that is what we do. Obviously Cuba's in his sauna, so I'm going to go and pass it back to him, and I'm sure that it'll take you for the rest of the rest day.
Right, my guys, so 20 minutes of sauna every single rest day, and I always aim to get a massive sweat on with this. Amazing for heart health, amazing benefits in general. You can look it up on Dr. Huberman's podcast. But that's something I have been doing for a long time now, especially the tissue work and the sauna. And I think the benefits are huge in doing so. So highly advise doing so, guys. Look after your health, and a healthier body is always going to grow more and result in better outcomes, both in the gym and on stage. What do we have here?
That's my meal 1.
So, what I do with this, I put dark chocolate in a cup, add water, microwave it, and then that's the chocolate on top. Now, yogurt base at bottom, 225 grams of yogurt, 200 grams of fresh strawberries, and then chocolate on top. So, that's pretty much how I make the food for Smeg. Yeah.
I'm missing my cream of rice.
I know, sorry. Enjoy. Olympia prep going down a few days in. Well, a week in. It's flying. Nice. Good. Right guys, so sauna is done. As you can see, I went through, so time to get a bath. And then it'll be time for meal 2 shortly. So bath time, meal 2, then probably nap time. I'll see what else I've got to get ready food-wise. And then meal 3, and then I think we'll go cinema or have a day out. So we'll take you on the way. Let's get it. Right, my guys, so although Sundays and weekends generally are not a crazy busy day, we still have got quite a lot of work that we always need to do. So just doing some client replies now before meal 2. We've still got clients competing, still got plenty of clients checking in daily, either competing still or post-show. So it's still quite intense, but very much looking forward to seeing the year unfold. It's going to be a busy year and an epic year with so many athletes competing at a very high standard as well. So it's going to be a good one. Right, so meal 2, as promised. Now, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect rice as well. I know a lot of you may not have a rice cooker. If you don't have one, you absolutely need to invest in one. So, my pineapple for the day is 150 grams. So all I'm going to do is weigh it all out in one here, and then distribute it across my meals. So I actually add 50 grams of pineapple to my meals. One, I really love the taste. Two, it's almost refreshing when you add it into your stir fries, which is what I actually like to do with my food. I almost create a bit of a stir fry when I am cooking it. So you'll get to see that in a moment as well. I basically like to put my food on the pan and just get it a good crisp, put a little bit of smoked paprika on it. I actually do use unseasoned, not salted seasonings as well. And they are called Dash. You can get them from Amazon. And they are incredibly tasty with no additives, no added salt, so that our sodium intake is consistent. So these are Dash seasonings, which are incredible. They've got different variety of flavors as well, which are epic. Now, smoked paprika, I absolutely love. So I do add a little bit of smoked paprika to all my meals. And then I'm going to add a little bit of original Dash to this meal. And I'll probably add different ones to the other ones. Now, my salt intake is all laid out already. So all I do then is I distribute it across my meals so that it is evenly spread. This way, we do not miss. Now, still a little bit left over, which is going to go in my pancake. Which again, here, for the pancake mix, we've got 100 grams of pumpkin, we've got oats, cream of rice mix, and then my salt intake is going to go in there. So that's all my salt distributed across the day. Again, staying super accurate with that in and off season. And again, hydration is not just about water. Hydration is equally as important when it comes to salt intake. So you need to make sure that you're on point with that. Now, my rice for the day is here. And then all I do, I've already weighed this, was 786 grams, 785 grams divided by 3, it equates to like 260 grams or something. So I'm actually going to put about 240 in my chicken meals, then I like to put a little bit extra rice in my salmon meal. Again, it doesn't matter all that much because I'm still getting equivalent amount of food, and the only difference is I just like to have a little bit more rice in that meal because I do tend to eat that meal later on in the day where I am a lot more hungry for some reason. So all I'm going to do now is distribute my rice across the meals now so that it's all set, and then all I have to do then is just put my meals in the pan. And now, I never ever understand people that can just throw the stuff in like a container without actually mixing it and making it nice. I mean, these are generally guys that kind of live for like a off-plan meal at the weekend, right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
For me, I actually look forward to every single one of meals on plan. So I do not actually have any cravings ever, which is a good thing really when you are trying to bodybuild long term and you want to have, I wouldn't say a good relationship with food because I don't think anyone has a great relationship with food bodybuilding at a high level, but if you want to keep your hunger in check and if you actually want to enjoy your food, I highly advise actually making it nice and making it somewhat more palatable. I think it does make a big difference, in my opinion, when it comes to long-term adherence and actually enjoying the process a little bit more. Now, I am a foodie, my appetite's always great. So, for me, I like to make my food taste nice because I enjoy food. Now, if you don't enjoy food, I feel sorry for you. Now, what we have to do is get a little bit of spray oil in the pan and then wipe it with the tea towel. Keeps the pan moist but doesn't add any extra calories.
Kitchen roll.
Bit of kitchen roll. Well, same thing. Then we add the food in, turn the heat down a little bit of the pan, and let it simmer a little bit. And then I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful rice in a moment. Now, another top tip I can give you is adding just a little bit of water onto this, just to moisten it up. And then, what you have to do is use a spatula and make your stir fry. So, you will see the end product in just a moment. So guys, tomorrow is a training day. So this is the chai jasmine rice that I use from Sainsbury's. It is undefeated, it's amazing. I have tried various different brands and it just does not compare. Now, on my training day, I have 205 grams of rice. So what I always do is I weigh out my exact amount in my rice cooker. And today we're gonna do a mixture of sushi rice and jasmine rice. Now, I always add a few extra grams because you may lose some. So I always add extra 5 grams when I cook it. So this will actually be 205 grams. And what I always do is I actually add water and I wash it. So I will show you that in a moment. So my rice intake for now is 205 grams on my training day. So rice is weighed out exactly to the gram. Now, extra 5 grams is just a buffer that I always put in, I always have done, so that's negligible. But always weigh your rice out, and then you can put it in your rice cooker and be super accurate with your rice intake across the day. Now, I always prefer to weigh my rice and food raw, because the accuracy is so much greater this way. Now, each to their own, I just prefer to make sure I control all the variables well. Right guys, so this is meal number 2. 250 grams of chicken. We've got a mixture of veg. We've got asparagus, mushroom, peppers, spinach, and a little bit of lettuce. We've got 50 grams of pineapple, and we've got 25 grams of asparagus, and we actually have 50 grams of rice here. Now, the reason why I have a little bit of rice, it's meant to be 60, is I actually put a little bit of extra cream of rice from my rice meals into my pancake that you will see as next meal. Now on top, we've got some GQs, calorie-free, sugar-free, Polynesian. We've got 15 grams added on there, which is probably like 3 calories. So that is how meal number 2 looks. These are my protein pancakes that I always get ready. And super simple. We've got yogurt, egg whites, cream of rice, pumpkin, a little bit of cinnamon husk, and I'll actually add apple to mine. Meg wants fruit instead, so she's not going to get apple in hers, unfortunately. But I will, because I have a little bit more calories to play with. So a little bit more apple to add to this, then I will get the pans heated up, and then get the pancakes made. Pancakes made. Pancakes Meg. Now, Meg has her pancake before bed. I have my pancake instead of my cream of rice meal. Now, it's perfectly macro tracked, and I will be adding some more whey on top. Now, rice. I did promise I would show you, so I'll come a little bit closer. Now, got my rice weighed out here. I've got a mixture of sushi rice and jasmine rice. And now, if my cameraman comes round and shows you, what I actually do is you've got to wash the rice to get all the starch out of it. So you've got to keep washing the rice. Keep washing the rice until the water that you're pouring out is clear. So generally, it takes around 4 attempts to get the water to be fully cleared and all the starch out of the rice. Now, if you find yourself you are getting slightly bloated from the rice, or it's not digesting quite as well, it's probably because you're not washing it. Also, if you wash your rice, it tastes so much better as well. So that's definitely the one for me. Right. This is how the rice should look like when it's nice and clean. The water should be fully transparent. And then I pop it into my rice cooker and leave it for the next day. In the morning when I wake up, I literally just press start. And that's kind of part of my daily routine that I like to have in place. Now, pans are heated and warm. I'm going to chop my apple. A little bit of an explosion. But we'll manage, it's fine. Right, so pancakes in the mix. Oh. Probably not worth eating up, is it? I'll let Meg clean this up when I eat. As she says herself, she's more efficient at cleaning than I am, and I'm more efficient at cooking, so I make her food nice. In exchange, she helps with this, so. Right guys, I will make this now, and I will show you the finished product. So that's how pancakes are looking up. Using a little bit of these, and I do weigh them out, but these are pretty much zero calorie, and these are actually really good for calorie-free / sugar-free sauces and condiments. Now, first stack is looking like this. I have put my berries inside it, and end result will be epic. You may ask why I haven't made 2 stacks. It's just simpler to make it last longer. Now I've got some Carlo biscuit wire so pro here to add on top as the topping, which will be absolutely amazing. So total macros for this are 761 calories, which would be normal, pretty much the same as this meal, as I have moved some of my carbohydrates from my rice meals to be able to add extra cream of rice to this meal. A little bit of a topping from the whey paste, and voila, this is how it's looking. Now, this is a perfect meal for me that matches all my micronutrient needs and macronutrient needs. So all the protein, all the carbs, all the minerals, all the vitamins, no crap, no fats, nothing artificial, and nothing that could potentially impact the progress. So it's a win-win. Now, if you want to have success in this long term, I definitely advise in making your food fun and taking some time into your cooking. So I'm gonna eat this now, watch some YouTube, chill, then get back to cooking and get some meals prepared to head out. Now, one thing I always remind clients is never leave your house without your food prepared. So we are potentially going out or going to the cinema. I'm not sure what she's decided yet. We'll see. But I want to show you the meals we've got ready. So we've got just next 2 meals, and one of my meals ready because I do tend to eat a little bit earlier. So I'll show you that. So I've got Meg's fish meal and rice that I've just stir fried on the pan. We've got her actual venison with rice and veg, and then we've got my chicken, veg, avocado. So this is going to be my meal 4 for the day, and that's 250 chicken raw weight, 100 grams of veggies. We've got 25 avocado and 50 pineapple in there, and we never ever leave the house unprepared. So I'm going to put a little bit of the calorie-free sauces on there, and then it's ready to go. Right guys, so we actually went to the cinema today. There was no vlogging because I actually leave my phones in the car. So my work phone, personal phone gets put away, and we just spend time watching the film and being present. Now, what did we watch?
Twister.
How was it?
It was really good.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Well, give us a rating.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I have to agree. Definitely 8 out of 10. And it was actually better than I expected. So, what have you got? Show us.
Got fresh chilies from my mum's garden for Cuba.
Yeah. I'll probably add them to my eggs tomorrow. We'll see. What?
That'll be too spicy.
We'll see.
For
right.
breakfast.
Meal 5 going down in 15 minutes.
I'll definitely do a poop with them.
Yeah. Meal 5 in 15 minutes. Then I'm going to put my recovery boots on, watch a film, have some struggles, and chill out. Right, my guys, meal number 5. We've got paella, aka 200 grams of wild salmon, smoked, 100 grams of prawns, 100 grams of veg, 50 grams of pineapple, and we've got my 50 grams of raw weight rice in there as well. So that is pretty much ready. Now, meal number 5 is presenting to be tremendous. Probably one of my favourite meals, to be honest.
That is nuts, man.
Right guys, so meal number 5, as I said, 200 grams of wild salmon, 100 grams of prawns, 50 grams of pineapple, 100 grams of veggies, 50 grams of rice, and we've got 15 grams of low calorie sauce, which is 6 calories. So I do allow myself those 6 calories extra, just for a little bit more taste.
But I think that God's plan is the best.
What's up mine guys? So last meal going down, and it's a bit of a complex one. We have got 265 grams of yogurt, 35 grams of oats, 40 grams of quinoa rice, 170 grams of fruit, and then in the Ninja Creamy we've got 30 grams of isolate, 25 grams of yogurt, 30 grams of fruits, frozen fruits, 25 grams of avocado, and 10 grams of macadamia nut butter. So that is the final meal, and I actually have this on training day yesterday as my last meal. It's got variety of fruit, good fat sources, and plenty of protein, good amount of carbohydrates, and hits all my micronutrient needs and macronutrient needs, which is extremely important.
And your taste buds.
Especially, you know, having a variety of fat sources in there, a little bit of fibre, fruit, all the macros I need, calcium, and the yogurt. It's a tremendous meal that you can have, and it tastes divine. So that is the last meal. I am going to very much enjoy my creamy and enjoy my bowl and eat that and head to bed. Now, it looks like a lot, but at the moment, this does not hit the side. So,
Like 600 calories.
yeah, it's like 733 or something.
Yummy.
Guys, please subscribe.
What
Please
way
like.
did you use in there?
What way? This is actually vanilla iso pro with the macadamia nut butter, frozen berries. You have to use a little bit of sweetener in it as well. But even with just water, I don't add
You don't add a lot of
almond
water.
milk. No, just a little bit. I think that's a game changer. So,
We see that almond butter is cheating.
right. Thank you guys. Peace out for the night.